Hello, today I am working on one of the back garden beds. I'm cleaning up weeds and pulling out dead or dying bean plants and saving the beans. And looky here. We got friends visiting. Lots of friends, lots of friends, lots of friends. Lots of friends. But here's the garden bed that I'm working on. You can see that things are dying off. We're getting closer to the fall. I'm gonna be coming in here. You can see the beans. They're still green ones, so I'm just gonna pull these off and let them dry. There's actually, let me see. Here's some that have already dried back here. Oh, look how easy that came off. But I'm gonna go ahead and empty this bed out because, I mean, you can just see that stuff is, there's lots of weeds in here that I need to pull out. You don't really want to leave weeds in your bed over the winter. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave in the stuff that's alive, like the scallions and the cosmos. We'll see about the zinnias. You can see a lot of my stuff that I have worked on over there. But I'll show you what this looks like once I get it all cleaned up. All right, here's what we're looking like. I left a lot in actually, but you can see it looks a lot better. I did leave some leaves that are decomposing, be good for the soil. I tried to take out some of the bigger sticks and stuff. I missed this one. Oh, wasn't even stuck in there. There's a lot of stuff in here actually. So I left in here, looks like little arugula. And there's like a lot of little leaves in here, you can see. There's a big old kale leaf. I did leave most of my zinnias because the monarchs really like them. You can see right there. I did deadhead a few of them that were looking already really dead. This was a cosmos plant that was just leaning over and not looking healthy at all, so I went ahead and cut it off. And then here, this cosmos plant was leaning into this walkway, so I went ahead and used one of my trellises to hold it up. I don't know how long it's gonna last. You can hear the wind. The wind here is crazy, and I tried to wet the ground to hammer this in as far as I could, but it's really, it keeps being pulled out because this is trying to lean over. So temporary fix. I just want it to keep on blooming so I can get those seeds off of it. And the monarchs, see, there it goes. Look at it tilt. But the monarchs like it too. So most of what I left in was on this side. All that was in here was mostly dead or dying bean plants. Here's the beans I got off of that. We still got some carrots over there I haven't harvested yet. And scallions. All this stuff in here will eventually come out. You know, it'll die when the frost comes, but if it's still green and growing, then I want to leave it for as long as possible. I just pretty much took out the stuff that was on its way out and weeds, and I watered it, so it's looking a lot better. I also wanted to show you over here, I had to put these little tomato cages around my pepper plants because they were leaning. This one's still leaning, you can see, but it's not falling over like it was. And I have more of these if I need them. But these two plants were leaning and I didn't want them to break off before the peppers were done. So I did put those in here. But this is new for me. I've never had pepper plants tall enough that they needed support. So pretty cool. But that's all I did in the garden today. Just wanted to show you while I was working here in the fall. Today is, I believe it's October 16th, right when I looked to tell you the hand is on top of the, I have one of those watches with the hands, and it's like on top of the date right now. It looks like October 16th. So I hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed seeing some monarchs in my lovely garden. There's so many, you guys. They're just all over the place. I love it. I like coming out here and seeing them. Anyway, I've already told you this. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. That's all. Goodbye.